Hi everybody, this is Ospreyeye from MyChartCoach.com, and we're going to take a look at some more stocks that are in play today. Okay, let's take a look at CUR. Okay, this stock has been breaking out. As you can see here, it's now at overbought levels on Fasto, at RSI and Fasto. Plus DI is trying to break over ADX. What's going on in this chart is there's a very strong uptrend. The next key resistance level to break is going to be this blue line here, which is the 300-day simple moving average currently at 570. So if it can break above that level, then you're looking at the high close, which is here on January 10th. So we're looking at 570 and just below 610 are the next two key levels. Candles have been riding EMA's 4 and 8 support higher. This is a very strong uptrend. As long as the candles keep riding support, the signal is to continue riding. If it hits resistance and pulls back, look for EMA 4 at 472 and EMA 8 at 448 as the key levels to hold. The close today was above the upper Bollinger Band. There was a nice volume spike, and yeah, you've got a bullish crossover on the 8, 13, and 5 MACD. So yeah, so nice uptrend for CUR. Okay, let's look at EDZ. This is the emerging market bears 3 times. This is shorting the emerging markets, and as you can see here, it's really heating up with the RSI breaking above 50, and now in the bull zone. You've got Fasto over here above 80. So the chart it has been heating up. There was a crossover on ADX here with plus DI, the green line crossing minus DI to the upside. That shows the bulls are taking control. What happened was back here the last week of February, there was this close on the 28th of February above the middle Bollinger Band. That's this dotted purple line. Notice there hadn't been a close above this level since back here before the big drop. And so this was your signal that the chart was heating up. If you look at these candles here, they turned the middle Bollinger Band into support. Sometimes it takes a couple days for a chart to set up, and then on yesterday and today, this is the follow through. You had a bullish move yesterday, followed through with follow through today. Notice that the candle today is hitting the upper Bollinger Band. The upper Bollinger Band is the key level to break. If it can bust through the upper Bollinger Band, then you're looking at a 50-day simple moving average resistance test. So that's the next key level at 2093. If it can get above the 50-day simple moving average, then you're looking at a potential run up to the 100-day simple moving average. What bulls want to see is they want to see that middle Bollinger Band continue holding and candles riding EMA's 4 and 8 support higher. That will be a signal that this uptrend is very strong. It'll be very bearish for the emerging markets. The bullish crossovers on MACD were the early signal, along with the parabolic SAR bullish flip, that the reversal was starting. Okay, let's take a look at this OTC stock here. This is CANN. This is a marijuana sector stock, and it had a nice bounce today. Notice it's been in this downtrend, and yesterday there was this big volume bar. This is a big load day. Notice the lower wick on the candle. Okay, these at the bottom of this downtrend, that was a signal that people were loading. It's just like here. Look at the big wick or big red volume bar with the wick down here at the bottom. Look below the lower Bollinger Band. Exact same setup, and then there was a bounce the next day. So this is the same setup. The share price pulled back, hit the bottom of the channel. Bounced, and then it had a nice run back up to the middle Bollinger Band. It failed to turn support and then pulled back down. So this is happening again. It's hitting the lower Bollinger Band, and then it closed above the 200-day simple moving average. That's super key. It needs to stay above this level currently at 208. If the 200-day simple moving average turns into resistance, that will signal major downside risk. Okay, the key level to break now is the middle Bollinger Band at 232. It needs to get above that level, turn into support to get a new uptrend going, and to make a run and test to the 50-day simple moving average in the upper Bollinger Band. It did close high of day. Notice that there's no wick on today's candle, no upper wick. The high of day was the last trade of day, so it closed at extreme bullishness. Let's see if it can follow through and get a multi-day run going, similar to like the one that it did back in February. So the chart's really heating up. There was a bullish crossover down here on the 8, 13, and 5 MACD, starting to pinch here on the 12, 26, and 9. So bulls want to see a bullish crossover on that time frame. So yeah, charts heating up. Also keep an eye on RSI and Fasto. If the chart heats up and CANN is bullish, both those indicators need to get above 50. Okay, let's take a look at IMMU. Okay, IMMU has been breaking out. It's been on this really big run. It had a strong close on the daily chart, and so since it's breaking out, I had to use a monthly chart to find the next resistance levels. I used a weekly chart, but I had to go so far back, all the way back to 2013. So if you look back here, 2013 in September, the high close is the next key level to break. It's just below 625. That's the next resistance. You had to go all the way back to 2013. This thing has been super strong. Look at it. It's on a 5-month run. It's been up every month for 5 months in a row. It's currently breaking the 300-month moving average and the 200-month moving average. It's the red and the blue lines. Those are the key levels to close above and turn into support. If they can turn those levels into support and then break above 625, then you could be seeing a break to even higher levels. So this is a really strong uptrend. You know, when stocks are riding EMA4 support higher on the monthly chart, and they're breaking out on the daily chart and the weekly chart super strong, you know you have a very strong chart. Now this could top out here at 625 now that it's come all the way up to this level. So if you see it hitting resistance at 625 and it fails to close above that level at the end of the month, this candle will not set until the closing bell on the last trading day of the month. So there's a lot of time between now and then, since the month just started, for this candle to change. So yeah, so this is a very strong uptrend. You know, IMMU has been trading very strong. There was a big volume spike last month, and yeah, so to see if it can close above the 300-week moving average for the month. Okay, here's AMRS. This is another chart heating up. Notice Fasto is now above 50. You have RSI here's below 50. Look for a break above. If it breaks above 50, that's going to be a signal that the chart's building strength. This stock was in a downtrend, has been in a downtrend, and it bounced today following 4 red candles in a row. It's bouncing off of lower Bollinger Band support. It closed above EMAs 4, 8, and 13. The key level to break is going to be this middle Bollinger Band at 52. It's had a really tough time for this with this level for several weeks, and so if it once again fails to get above 52, you're going to see continuation of this consolidation and downtrend. So in order for AMRS to finally get going here, it's going to have to turn the middle Bollinger Band into support. So keep an eye on 52. If it can stay above that level, close above it, and then get another close and hold on to it, then you're talking about a potential run up here to the 50-day simple moving average, the 200-day simple moving average at 60. So yeah, keep an eye on AMRS. It seems like the chart is heating up. Okay, take a look at a couple of OTC plays here. BUDZ. This has been you know, had a really big pullback from up here above 4. This is a marijuana sector play. It had been riding EMA4, which on this chart is this blue line, and then it finally got to close above that level today on a little volume spike. It's starting to you know, starting to bounce. If it stays above EMA4, it might keep heading higher. If it fails to turn EMA4 into support, that's going to signal downside risk. Another one to look at is RSII. This is another OTC play that pulled back after having a big run. It found support down here at 0.008. It's below EMA's 4 and 8. If you see it break above, which on this chart, if it can get above the pink and the blue lines, then you could see a potential bounce and move higher. If it stays below these levels, it's going to signal more downside risk. Notice the declining volume pattern. Look at the volume bars. It's due for a volume spike. So that's one to keep an eye on. And then one more to watch is going to be CLSN. Okay, this is a stock that has been had a nice move today. Okay, so it made a big bounce. As you can see here, it came up and there was a gap. There's a space between these two candles here. It filled the gap today and it closed above the 50-day simple moving average. Okay, so yeah, so I did this on the last video, so excuse me for that. Okay, that's going to do it for this one. That's it. Thank you for viewing this video, and check us out at mychartcoach.com and our YouTube channel at mychartcoach.com. Thank you.